Hello, this is K20 PLANS, a site for creating logic models, and today we're going to walk through the first few stages of creating a logic model. If you go to the Logic Models tab and scroll all the way to the bottom, you will see a Create Logic Model button. Here you get an overview of the process as well as some research rationale if you want it. We are only going to be covering the first three stages of this logic model process in this particular video. So, name your logic model and decide if you want to add it to an organization. I'm going to say provide my own data and strategies in this model because that's your most likely scenario. And then you will see that the first stage is the data center or data analysis stage. Each stage has instructions as well as supporting research for that stage that you can check out on your own time. In walking through just the steps of creating the pieces and components of this logic model, you will want to add some charts or graphs or just descriptions of data that with the sources that will support your logic model. You want to show evidence of a gap or a need that needs to be addressed, and think of it as being very concise and specific to showing a person or explaining to a person why this logic model or this program of change needs to exist in the first place. So I'm going to upload just a few charts and graphs for my logic model. Upload image, and I'm going to give them names. So ACT subtest scores, and then I'm going to not name this high school. Our high school students' scores are below college entrance level. Something very simple like that. So the next one, test taking patterns. More students take the test only once than take it multiple times. And then I have a third source that's kind of complete my argument. So you can think about your data as telling a story. And the third data point I'm going to add is that we call it ACT score gains. Students who take the test more than once show an increase in score. Something like that. So then you want to write a problem statement that is really, the problem statement should summarize what your data is telling you that the need is. Keep your problem description within a manageable scope, but it should reflect that gap that you saw in the data and that need that you plan to address. And I'm pasting this from one that I already wrote. Add. ACT scores by our high school students showed that the average student score on the English and Math subtests are low enough to require them to enter a remedial course upon their enrollment in college. And so I'm really reflecting that I want to do something with this logic model that prevents students from having to take a remedial course when they enter college. And so you can see through this data that it's probably going to involve increasing the number of ATC tests that are taken by students, because that is one something that the data shows, one thing that will improve the scores of students.